Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I want to begin with a simple phrase, 8 words that have the power to reshape your destiny. One day or day one, you decide. At first glance, it's just a catchy phrase. But beneath the surface lies a powerful challenge, an ultimatum for your dreams, your ambitions, your life. Today, I want to take you on a journey into what these words truly mean, why they matter, and how they can serve as the compass guiding you from where you are to where you were meant to be. The illusion of one day. Let's start with the first part of the phrase, one day. We've all said it. One day, I'll start that business. One day, I'll write that book. One day, I'll get in shape. One day, I'll travel the world. One day, I'll speak up for myself. One day is the dreamer's crutch. It's a mirage in the desert of complacency. A beautiful vision of the life we want, always out of reach, always just ahead of us, never today. But here's the truth. One day doesn't exist. It's not marked on your calendar. There's no date called someday. There's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but no one day. It's an illusion we comfort ourselves with when fear or procrastination wins. Why do we cling to it? Why does one day feel so safe? Because it's non-committal. It's comfortable. It demands nothing from us today. It's the perfect excuse to delay action while keeping the fantasy alive. But the cost? The cost is devastating. The cost is regret. The cost is wasted potential. The cost is waking up one day and realizing you've lived a life of maybes and not yets and I wish I hads. Imagine yourself 10, 20, even 30 years from now. What will you regret more? The chances you took or the ones you didn't? The risks you embraced or the dreams you buried under excuses? That's the danger of one day. It tricks you into thinking there will always be time. But let me be blunt. Time doesn't wait. It doesn't slow down for hesitation. It doesn't pause for fear. And it certainly doesn't stop because you weren't ready. The power of day one. Now let's shift to the second part of the phrase, day one. Day one is different. Day one is action. Day one is ownership. Day one is courage. Day one is now. While one day whispers, not yet, day one declares, let's begin. Day one doesn't care how prepared you are. It doesn't require perfection. It simply asks, are you willing to try today? Let me make something very clear. Every success story you admire began with a day one. Every best-selling author had a day one where they stared at a blank page and decided to write one word. Every athlete had a day one where they stepped into a gym, completely unsure but completely committed. Every entrepreneur had a day one where they risked failure to pursue a vision others couldn't see yet. Day one is messy. It's imperfect. It's full of self-doubt. But it's real. And it's where transformation begins. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect level of confidence, you'll be waiting forever. Because clarity doesn't come before action, it comes through it. You can't think your way into greatness. You have to act your way into it. Why we choose one day over day one. Let's explore something deeper. If day one is the key to progress, why do we so often settle for one day? There are 5 major reasons. 1. Fear of failure. We're afraid to start because we might not succeed. But let me ask you, what's worse, failing or never trying? Failure is feedback. It's part of the process. Show me someone who's never failed, and I'll show you someone who's never dared. 2. Perfectionism. We convince ourselves we need to know everything before we begin. But here's the truth. You learn by doing. The path reveals itself only after you take the first step. Waiting to be perfect is the surest way to never begin. 3. Procrastination disguised as productivity. Sometimes we mask our procrastination as preparation. We research, we plan, we organize, and then we do nothing. Remember this, motion isn't progress. Don't confuse planning with doing. 4. Comparison. We look at others who are further along and feel discouraged. But you're comparing your day 1 to their day 500. It's not fair. It's not helpful. Stay in your lane. Trust your pace. 5. Lack of belief. Deep down, many people don't start because they don't believe they're worthy of success. Let me tell you this. You are enough. Your dreams are valid. Your voice matters. You don't need anyone's permission to begin. How to make today your day 1. So how do you go from one day to day 1? Here's a roadmap. 1. Define what matters most. You can't start if you don't know where you're headed. What do you really want? Not what others expect. Not what society tells you. What you want. Clarity fuels commitment. 2. Break it down. Big dreams are intimidating, but everything massive was once small. Don't focus on the mountain. Focus on the next step, then the next. Every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. 3. Set a non-negotiable habit. Discipline beats motivation. Create one habit, just one, that moves you toward your goal. Then make it non-negotiable. Write for 15 minutes. Work out for 20. Read 10 pages. Call one client. Success is built in daily decisions. 4. Silence the inner critic. Your mind will resist. That voice in your head will say, "You're not good enough. You're too late. Who are you to try this?" Recognize that voice. Then ignore it. It's not truth, it's fear in disguise. Replace it with action, drowned out with doing. 5. Track progress, not perfection. Document your journey. Celebrate small wins. Reflect on how far you've come. Progress is motivating. And when you see it, you start believing. Stories of Day 1 warriors. Let's look at a few real-world stories to drive this home. J.K. Rowling. She was broke, depressed, rejected by 12 publishers. But she made a choice, Day 1. She wrote, she persisted, and she created Harry Potter. Imagine if she said one day instead, Colonel Sanders. At age 65, he began knocking on doors with his fried chicken recipe. He was rejected over 1,000 times. He could have said he was too old. He chose Day 1. Oprah Winfrey. She was told she wasn't fit for television. But she didn't listen. She chose Day 1. And she built an empire. You don't need ideal circumstances. You need a decision. That's what they all made. Your Day 1 is waiting. I want to pause here and ask you something. What have you been putting off? What dream has been sitting on your shelf labeled one day? Now picture this. What if you started today? Not perfectly, not boldly, just started. What if you made this your Day 1? One push-up, one paragraph, one phone call, one post, 1 minute of courage. The ripple effect of one action can change your entire trajectory. You don't need the next 1,000 steps. You need the next one. When the days get hard, let's be honest, even after you declare Day 1, the journey won't be easy. There will be setbacks, criticism, doubt, days you want to quit. That's normal. That's growth. What matters is that you keep showing up. Day 1 is a mindset. And the truth is, you can choose it every day. When yesterday was tough, choose Day 1 today. When you missed a step, choose Day 1 again. When you feel like giving up, choose Day 1 again. Consistency is what turns Day 1 into Day 1. The legacy of Day 1. Let me end with this. Someday, people will tell your story. What will they say? Will they say you waited? That you let fear decide? That you lived with regret? Or will they say, you dared? You made every day your Day 1. That's the legacy you build, not with one grand act, but with one brave decision, repeated daily. You are not too late. You are not too young or too old. You are not underqualified. You are not forgotten. You are ready. And today, right now, can be your Day 1. Every time you tell yourself, one day, you're pushing your potential just a little further out of reach, reinforcing the walls of comfort that keep your dreams imprisoned in possibility instead of action. The truth that separates those who succeed from those who remain stuck isn't talent, luck, or opportunity. It's the willingness to begin when it's uncomfortable, imperfect, and uncertain. Waiting for the right time is like chasing a sunset. You'll always be a few steps behind, watching light disappear while convincing yourself there will be another moment. Your dream doesn't require you to have everything figured out today. It just needs your commitment to take that first brave, imperfect step. The power of Day 1 isn't in dramatic transformation, but in the quiet courage to begin when fear tells you to delay. Every person who changed their life in a significant way once stood exactly where you are now, at the edge of action, facing the choice between later and now. The voices that say you're not ready are echoes of doubt trained by years of hesitation, but you can silence them with one act of deliberate motion. Don't underestimate the compounding impact of daily discipline. What starts as Day 1 can become a decade of success before you even realize it. There will never be a perfect plan, perfect timing, or perfect version of you. Just the perfect moment to begin, which is always now. If you keep telling yourself the same story of why you can't start, you'll live the same reality on repeat while your dreams gather dust. The moment you say Day 1 and truly mean it, you begin to shift from wishing to working, from hoping to building, from imagining to manifesting. One courageous decision made today is infinitely more powerful than 1,000 brilliant ideas postponed for tomorrow. The bridge between who you are and who you want to be is built one decision, one habit, and one bold moment at a time. You may fail, you may stumble, but starting gives you the gift of feedback, while never starting guarantees the permanence of regret. If your goal is important enough to dream about, it's important enough to start on, no matter how small or shaky your first step feels. There is no magic waiting for you in the future. Your transformation is rooted in what you do with the present, with this breath, with this moment. Every one day robs your future self of the life they deserve, while every day one brings that future closer into view. The path to your best life isn't hidden or locked. It's simply waiting for you to walk it. And that journey begins the second you say, "This is my day one." Greatness doesn't begin with certainty or clarity. It begins with a choice to show up even when everything inside you is trembling with doubt. Most people never start because they're waiting to feel brave, not realizing that courage is the reward of action, not the prerequisite. If you want your life to look different a year from now, you can't keep making the same choice to delay it for one day. The only way to write a new chapter is to put the pen to paper. Thinking about the story won't tell it, and dreaming about the ending won't make it real. Every excuse that justifies one day is a chain that binds you to the ordinary. Every action you take on day one is a key that unlocks the extraordinary. Let go of the fantasy that confidence comes first. It's built through reps, through trying, through choosing day one over and over again. You don't need motivation to start. You need a reason, a commitment, and a refusal to let fear outrun your ambition any longer. The version of you who is everything you want didn't get there by waiting. They got there by choosing day one when it would have been easier to stay still. The world doesn't need another dreamer waiting for permission. It needs more people willing to be beginners in pursuit of a better future. Every day one starts with a decision, not an opportunity. You create momentum by committing, not by waiting. You can't wish your way into a better life, but you can work your way into it. And that work starts the moment you take the first uncomfortable step. At some point, you must decide whether you'll be the person who talks about the life they wanted or the one who built it from a single, ordinary day one. So I ask you one more time. One day or day one, you decide. You are the author, the hero, the artist, the architect of your life. No one is coming to do it for you, but no one can stop you either. So rise up, step forward, take the leap. Let today be your day one. Thank you. Now go begin.